will head on to the national championship game. Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semi-final collision. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back's got it again. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Makes a quick grab. Gets some space around the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
And the Gamecocks have 1st and 10 here. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Bennett. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Not much on that play, brought down short.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Will make it into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. And now the try here for the extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner decides to fair catch this. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
That completion sets up a second down play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He escapes the sack. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring up third down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Anderson. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive.
They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
It's the free safety who's sneaking up in there. Comes up with a nice sack in the backfield.
That sack sets up a second down and long. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage, and he's brought down there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. Third and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a quick grab. And he's brought down just short of a marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before.
Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, NC State. There was no stopping him.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Good job dealing with the footing. PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Caught near the sideline. It's Staley. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Breaks loose at the 45. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. But give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
The Gamecocks will line up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Sellers. Fires it on the move. And he's got his man open downfield. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. There's the handoff. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for 6. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's 3rd down coming up.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Direct snap to the back. Got space, looking to score. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. 3rd and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Lining up to try the extra point. The extra point makes the lead 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Powers through the tackle. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Tough spot here. 2nd and long from their 19. Quarterback drops back. Grab behind the line. It's McCray. What a spin move. He's in the clear now. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Just ran away from the defense. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. With the catch, it's Staley. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down mark.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Try and muscle for the first down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field.
Man, I love the toughness from this offense here on third down and short. Being able to get behind a big physical offensive line. They get a hat on a hat, get enough of a push, and the back is able to get behind there and find just enough real estate to pick up the first down.
The Gamecocks churn out another first down. And at first down, they go right back to him. They get him down, but that's a solid game.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Going to try to use his legs here. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down marker.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff to the right side. Finding space at the 20. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Boy, really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line, but it's 1st and goal for the offense.
The Gamecocks looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Now here comes the point after attempt. PAT puts him in front by 7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Daniels. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Chris, it's funny. I think this quarterback underestimated the athletic ability of this linebacker. He sees zone right away. He's thinking he's got some underneath windows and opportunities to get the ball to his skill guys. But this linebacker steps in front of him, makes a heck of a play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. The pass rush closing in. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play.
This is one of the beauties of rushing 3 and dropping 8. The quarterback sits back there and has to find an open receiver. And you've got 8 men in coverage. The quarterback holds the ball and holds the ball and holds the ball. And eventually, even with just 3, eventually they get home and affected.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Falls incomplete, but a flag on the play. Let's see who this is on. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Quick throw over the middle. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. The offense already has 1 4th down conversion. They do it for a 2nd time. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a 1st down. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's escaping the pocket now. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up 2nd down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. I know the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Ball handed off. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm.
And he scores. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Now the important point after attempt. And there's the point after. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. This one will be fair caught. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
But Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Back to pass. It's Sellers. Running out of time in the pocket. He's moving out of the pocket now. They've got him behind the line. The defense with a sack. The final play of this 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. He'll call for the fair catch here. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Takes the ball and heads to the left. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
You make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 28.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
On the run, he'll let it go. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Touchdown, NC State. And they will claim the second half lead. Well, Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. South Carolina offense is back out on the field. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. An inside give now from the shotgun. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And here comes a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Great job here by this offense to open up the second half with an aggressive approach, sending a clear message to this defense that they are ready to be aggressive to win this game.
And the runner takes off to his right. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Well, he scrambled and scrambled, doesn't get the ball away, and is finally dropped for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He's stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the 1st down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
Check out this decision. They're going to go for it on 4th and very long. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it. A 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
The Gamecocks pick up 1st down yardage to keep the drive going. They'll hand it off. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Will he score here? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back, feeding the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. And he's got it again. Breaking free at midfield. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
No problem with the BAT right down the middle. Being set to kick the ball off now. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Trying to extend the play. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Looking to throw. It's Sellers. Looking to scramble. He'll throw it now. And this pass is caught. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a first down.
Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. First down. Looking to throw the football. And he lobs it deep down the middle. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. Just what they wanted. You've got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
Looking to pass here on second down. And the pass is incomplete. Come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Throws to the tight end. There's a wide-open receiver complete. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Here comes a handoff. Some hard running there through a tackle. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And there's the handoff. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Grab behind the line. It's Bond. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Second down after that previous play. Back to pass. It's Sellers. Quick throw to the left. He makes the grab. Touchdown, South Carolina. Still no answer for this offense. A tight end is a matchup nightmare for this defense, Kirk, and they made him pay that time.
This tight end is so dangerous, and he's trying to remind his quarterback, hey, guys, don't forget about me. Receivers are getting most of the attention from the secondary, but I bet now they're going to be a lot more focused on what this guy can do.
Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Heading left after the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Gets past the tackler into open space now. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain moves the ball to the 32.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And we'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Getting set. Here's second down. He shreds the tackle. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. The South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Using his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
First down here for this offense. The DB's backing off from the line now. To the air, it's Sellers. Throws it to the right. It's caught downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Incompletion makes it second down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble now. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he'll go down after a solid gain, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
The shotgun handoff here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. To the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And the back now goes in motion. Dropping back. It's Sellers. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And now they'll set up for the point after. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Looks like he's going to run it. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll run it to the right side. Powerful running here. They bring it down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
First down and 10 now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Wideouts now clustered. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. That's a design quarterback keeper. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. Third down. They don't gain anything from here. It's a 51-yard field goal try. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Snags the quick throw. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play.
Now there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he can get the yards after the catch, enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
And a timeout is called. They'll talk it over, tied late here in the fourth quarter. Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on fourth down. Man, looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
I can't believe the call here by this offense. A lot of teams, they're not going to keep it on the ground in this situation. 4th and 1, 4th and inches is one thing, but they needed more than that here, and they line up and hit this defense right in the mouth and pick up a first down. Give a lot of credit to the big boys up front for making that happen. You talk about a confidence booster going forward.
And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, NC State.
So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. And now in a driving rainstorm, this field goal attempt is for the win. It's good. This playoff run continues with a kick for the ages. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.